Since the beginning of civilization, information and stories were stored in writing. The first discovered writing was found on clay tablets in Mesopotamia. They are 5,000 years old. The first scribes utilized a writing form known as cuneiform. Throughout the centuries, writing was recorded on papyrus, first by the Egyptians, and then used by much of the world, such as Greece. The papyrus was stored on scrolls. Writing was also recorded on silk, bones, wax, stone, and finally paper. In the early days of paper, the writing was still written on scrolls. In the 4th century, the scroll was replaced by the codex, the books that we know today. Until 1440, all books were copied by hand by scribes and were extremely expensive. But when Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press, books were made faster, cheaper, and more often than ever before. For over 500 years, books changed very little. In 1995, the internet was commercialized, and it revolutionized how we access information. We could have access to entire articles in seconds. The internet and books were now both used for research and entertainment, but each had advantages and repercussions. The internet had millions of articles, all of them very easy to find using search engines such as Google. However, many of these sources are unreliable due to the fact that anybody can write them, such as in wikis. Books, while being much more reliable, are more difficult to find and tend to be way too long for use in basic research. For several years, books and the internet coexisted throughout the mid-90s and 2000s. In 2007, Amazon.com invented the Kindle, a device capable of holding thousands of books in a single compact device. Each book was downloaded via internet. While books are now being replaced by devices such as the Kindle, tablets, and other devices, people are now researching often only with the internet. Today, while all of the computers are constantly in use, many of the books in the library haven't been read in years. Some say that printed text may be becoming obsolete.
Well, when it comes to information, I think so, but I think people still like to have physical books. A computer.
Definitely computer?
For like researching and all that, definitely. I think in terms of information that it's going to become obsolete, but I think people still want to have books on hand or in their homes, so I don't think they're going to go away completely.
Others believe that printed books and the internet will continue to coexist as they both have pros and cons.
Well, I think the book will never become obsolete because as long as there's writing, then you're going to need something to put it in. I also think that, like, have you ever seen a book become deleted by a hacker or by a virus? No. So I don't think it's going to become obsolete. I think people are using it less because of this new craze for technology, but no, I don't think it's ever going to become obsolete.
I do not think that books will become obsolete. I just think there will be more choices for people. I think there are enough people in the world who are book lovers like myself, who will always enjoy a print copy of the Sunday paper or a beautiful hardcover book. But I do think that people like having options, and I think reading e-news, reading e-books is a great option. I'm all about variety and giving people choice. And even audiobooks, a lot of people enjoy listening to audiobooks when they're driving. So it's kind of like whichever setting you're in, you can flop back and forth. But I think the book will live on for quite some time. I think a balance of print and online is optimal. I think a lot of the online products now are spectacular. One advantage of online materials are that they're frequently updated. So if you subscribe to a database, for example, every year you have really recent information, whereas a book, of course, ages much more rapidly. But books do have a lot of information, especially rare older books that have different historical perspectives. I find that sometimes print can offer some information that you can't find online. So I always encourage people to use a combination and a balance of both. But we definitely here in the library are moving a lot of our funds towards purchasing databases rather than hardcover resources and reference section, for example, where you have encyclopedias, atlases, etc. We're really moving a lot toward online, just by the mere fact that they're more recent and current. However, and certain age-sensitive topics like science, medicine, technology, I would definitely favor purchasing online. However, other areas like history, like literature, the arts, a lot of the print is actually fabulous, and you can actually get your hands on it and see the beauty of it, and so I do think that will last for some time.
The book is a form of literature, so you can get it's like an art form, so you can get more out of it, and you can always see different perspectives. Well, yeah, because it has a story, so yeah, it's a story. It's different from a book, so.
Today, though there are signs, nobody is truly sure if the use of printed text is waning. While research is dominated by the internet, the majority of people still read novels and other stories on printed text. Everybody is entitled to their own choice of media.